Hello, friends. Today we are doing lesson 5.7, subtracting of fractions. So today we get to investigate subtraction strategies of fractions with like denominators. And we tend to think of like denominators also as common denominator when the denominators are the same. You can see that down on the bottom of the page. So today we're going to take a look at how we can subtract these and what keywords let us know that we need to subtract fractions. So our problem today says Kyle's goal is to finish one science fiction book by Friday. By Wednesday, he had read 4/12 of the book. How much does he still need to read? So the first thing I'm going to do is underline my important information. So he wants to read one book. He so far has read 4/12 of the book, and we want to figure out how much he still needs to read. So I'm going to go ahead and box this question for us to consider. So if you think back to when we have added our fractions, one of the things that we needed to think about and figure out is what represents our whole. So this time when we're talking about one whole, we are talking about one book. And so I'm going to go ahead and label this whole as one book. So when we set up our fraction today, when we set up our problem today, we know that his goal is to read this one book. And if he has read 4/12 of it already, we need to see what is left. So what I need to do is I need to set up our one whole book, and we're going to take away the 4/12 that he has already read to see how much of the book he still has left. So if we think about this and knowing that we need to have common denominators in order to subtract, I'm going to go ahead and turn my one whole into 12. So our one whole is going to turn into 12/12. From that, I can now subtract our 4/12. So 12/12 minus 4/12 is going to leave us with 8/12 of the book left. And we want to make sure that we label our answer as well. As my class knows, we always say or cows, which is weird. So we want to make sure that we label it as a book. Now, some ways that we could show this is we could also do this with fraction circles. So if we were to take our whole book and break it up into 12ths, so I'm going to break mine into thirds, and then each third I'm going to break into 4 equal pieces. And you're going to work with me to pretend these are equal pieces. So if we were to look at this and shade in the 4/12 that he has already read, we can go ahead and look at this and see that we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8/12 of the book left. All right, so we're going to take a look at one more problem before we let you begin on your practice. So this time we're going to take a look at the problem of Jackson ate 7/8 of a pizza. Drew ate 3/8 of his pizza. How much more pizza did Jackson eat than Drew? So once again, I'm going to underline my important information that I already know, because we have 7/8 that Jackson ate, the 3/8 that Drew ate, and we're trying to figure out how much more. And these keywords, much more, kind of lets us know it's going to be a subtraction problem as well. So what we want to think about this time is what is our whole? Last time we were talking about books. This time our whole is going to be referring to the pizza. So our whole is going to be represented by one whole pizza. Now, this time when we're going to be working on our subtraction, if we see that Jackson ate 7/8 and Drew ate 3/8, we want to find out what that difference is, or how much is still left that Jackson ate more than Drew. So this time we're going to go ahead and do 7/8 minus 3/8. Now, we know that we can subtract these fractions because they have the common or like denominator of 8. So we know that 8 is going to continue to be our denominator because that's the amount of pieces it takes to make one whole. And this time we are going to do 7 minus 3, which is 4/8 of the pizza. This would also be equivalent to 1/2, for those of you kind of thinking about it. We could once again use fraction circles, or we could also look at doing this as a number line. So if we were to create a number line, we could start on where Drew had 3/8. And we can count up by eighths until we get to what Jackson had eaten, which is 7/8. So if we went through and labeled our next one as 4/8, followed by 5/8, followed by 6/8, and up to our 7/8. What we could look at and see is count up how many eighths is the difference between 3 and 7. So here we would go up 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, and 4/8. So you can also use a counting up strategy as well to help you solve these problems. So it is now your turn to practice this lesson. So today you are going to complete pages 169 and 170 in your math journal. You will see that one of those is your math boxes page as well. So good luck and hope you enjoy subtracting fractions today.